When we think about the history of the universe, we know that it started very, very small, 13.7 billion years ago, just an expanding ball of energy, about the simplest thing you could think about. Now it's become very rich and complicated, the home of saints and scientists.
If we really have experienced an enormously traumatic experience, do we want to erase that memory? And I would say no, because that memory is a part of my life.
Processes which come into being and which go again. And life and death go together. You can't have life without death. There's no such thing as a sort of static life. That doesn't exist.
In the words of William Shakespeare, cowards die many times before their death. The valiant never taste of death but once. It seems to me most strange that men should fear, seeing as death a necessary end will come when it will come. Do most of us die many times before our actual death? Some might say that in some ways we are constantly going through cycles of death and rebirth throughout our entire lives. Welcome to Matter and Beyond. I'm your host, Mary Lynn Chiave. In this program, we'll explore a number of processes within our immune system that involve dying and regeneration. And ironically, some of our cells must actually die off in order for our lives to continue. We'll also hear from a researcher who addresses the cycle of life and death within the brain and the prospects for our consciousness to live on in the form of artificial intelligence. And finally, we'll hear from a theologian and scientist who will offer his perspective on the role that death plays in our lives and the hope that can arise from a more expanded view of death.